welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be doing this Hela inspired look from the new movie Thor, and she's played by Cate Blanchett, which by the way is out in Australian cinemas October 26th. If you'd like to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So first up, I like to do my eyebrows, and I'm using the Anastasia dip brow in the shade medium brown, and I'm just using a Printy Cosmetics eyebrow brush just to fill in my brows. Then I'm taking the Born This Way concealer in Light by Too Faced, and I'm just using that on a concealer brush and just using that to define above and below the brows. Then just using that same concealer and just using that as an eye base and just blending that all over my eyelids. Then I'm going in with the Benefit 3D Brow Tones in the shade number 4 and just using that to set my brows in place. Then I'm just taking the Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder just to set my eyelids in place, just to make sure that the eyeshadow blends seamlessly. Then for base, I'm going in with some moisturizer. I'm taking the new Glam Glow one and just putting that all over and blending it in. Then to smooth out the textured areas of my face, I'm just going in with the Benefit Professional just around my nose and chin area. For foundation, I'm using a mixture of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in the shade 5.5 and the It Cosmetics CC Cream in the shade Light, just dotting it on my face first and then just blending it in. So while you're watching me do my foundation, I thought I would speak a little bit more about the film. So for those that don't already know, Hela is actually played by the Australian actress called Cate Blanchett. I'm sure most of you have already heard of her before because she's super successful, amazing. She's actually one of my favorite actresses ever. I love watching her in movies. So basically in the movie, she's a creature from a sinister and a long forgotten era of the universe, and her power is unlike anything else in the 9 realms. I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to spoil the movie, but I'm so excited to go see it. Okay, now back on to talking about makeup. I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium and just putting that underneath my eyes to highlight that area, and then just blending it all in with a damp beauty blender. Then taking the Too Faced Born This Way translucent powder, I'm just packing that underneath my eyes to set my concealer in place. Then I'm taking the Australia's Fresh and Flawless Face Powder in the shade Natural, just because I wanted my face to look a little bit more paler than what it usually is, just because her complexion wasn't as tan as my skin. So I'm just setting my foundation. Then I'm just popping on some blue contacts from Lensitude, and then I'm going onto eyes. I'm using the Violet Voss Pro Matte Palette, taking this warm sort of orangey shade and just pretty much placing that everywhere and blending it into the crease. Also, just wanted to quickly say, when I was doing the research for this movie, I found out that the majority of the film was actually filmed in Queensland, and I find that so cool because obviously I'm from Queensland, and that means Chris Hemsworth was here filming the movie. I'm so excited to watch him in the movie because obviously he's good looking, and apparently he's funny in the movie, which makes it 10 times better. Anyways, now I'm grabbing a darker shade of the shade that we just put in. It's more of like a coppery color, and pretty much placing that in the same areas as the first color, just deepening it up a bit and just giving the eyelid a little bit more definition. Now I'm taking a matte black eyeshadow and pretty much placing that all over the mobile lid, just packing on the color, and then I go ahead later and blend it all into the crease. Just bear in mind you don't have to be super neat with this, because in the photo that I used for reference, it's pretty much like all around her eyes, just really smoky and really like inconsistent. Like it doesn't have to be like perfectly blended in a perfectly like formed circle or whatever around her eyes. So yeah, just be mindful of that. You can go pretty crazy on this. Then I'm just taking this dark brown color and just using that to diffuse the black on the tops and the bottom. And then I'm just doing exactly the same on the other eye. Then I'm taking the Bobbi Brown gel liner in black and just using that to line my waterline, and then I go ahead to tightline as well. Then I'm just taking the Balm Cosmetics Scuba Mascara and just obviously coating my top and bottom lashes. Then I'm just popping on some lashes. I can't remember what style these are, but I'll make sure I find out and leave it in the description box down below. Then taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, I'm taking the darkest shade and pretty much just contouring my face with this, just following my natural contours, and I've kind of like emphasized them. So I've kind of like made a little fish face, and I don't know, that's really hard to explain, but you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm kind of emphasizing my cheekbones and then just the contours on the sides of my mouth. And then taking that same shade again, but I'm mixing a little bit of black eyeshadow as well, and I'm just going down the sides of my nose, just because in the picture that I was using for inspo, that's kind of what she had. So I'm just kind of, yeah, following that and just blending that on either side of my nose. And then just to bring in a little bit more dimension into the face, I did decide to go in with a bit of highlighter. So I'm just using the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, just placing that on my cheekbones, Cupid's bow, and down the bridge of my nose. For lips in the photo, she just seemed to have a dusty nude type natural looking lip. So all I used was this Soar lip liner by MAC and just used that all over. I didn't use any lipstick or anything like that. So yeah, that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Obviously, I did add a little wig just because obviously she has black hair and I have blonde hair. But yeah, I really like how it turned out, and I hope you guys did too. If you guys end up seeing the movie, then definitely comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.